Something we get asked all the time is, can BuildPass be used by subcontractors? And the answer is yes. So I'm going to run you through what it looks like to use BuildPass as a subcontractor. So the main thing to know is that the only limitation is you won't actually be able to get connected to the builder's projects. You will still need to submit your documents to the builder's account and then run your own projects alongside that. So what I mean by that is you will go in and enter the projects that you're currently running in here. And I'm going to run you through a few features that you'll be able to use to run your business. So firstly, you might want to get all of your own staff inducted into your company policies. So that's really easy. You just invite them in and then they can do a company-wide induction. And as part of that, you can collect all of their licenses. So anything from a white card to a high-risk license that they're maintaining, you can do all of that by getting them inducted and get them to upload their tickets as part of it. So I can see in here that this is my induction that we've done as a company. So you can manage all of that through BuildPass, and you can have different versions and things like that. And this is the workers' information over here, or my staff. Now, often you don't have to run site inductions. That's usually done by the head contractor, but we can turn this on and off per project. So if you ever have to run a project as the head contractor, or you want to run a mini site induction yourself, you can do that and we can turn it off for the projects that you're not needing to do it on. So site inductions can be done as well, where as part of a site induction, you can actually get your workers to sign swims as well. So the other thing that you might want to do is actually manage swims, regardless of whether you do a site induction or not. I can see in here that this is one of my swims for the job that I've created. So all of the information about the swims in here. And then what we can see, I've got a worker signed onto it. We can either manually create the sign-on to the swims in here, or we can get our workers to do that through the worker app. Now, if you need to send these swims to anyone, once they're signed, that's really easy. Just download it as a PDF, or you can email it directly to someone from the platform. You can use our swims builder too. So rather than having to manually create a swims in Word each time, you can just go open the swims builder, start from a template of your choosing. We actually have a service that will take all of your swims that you currently have, if you've got them, and put them as your templates, or you can just build them using our swims builder. And so I could go and build the swims, and I could go put my information in here for the job and make sure that it all looks correct. For example, the plant and equipment we're using, all of the activities, hazards and controls will be pre-filled on our template, and we select the PPE as well. And so that will produce our swims for us. That looks like this. And then when we add it, it goes into our swim section in here, and it'll be ready to sign on to. So that is how you can manage swims. You can put your insurances in here and manage all the SDS that you have on hand. Now, the document section is really good for putting any of your policies. You might put them as company documents, but then you can also keep your project plans in here. So if you've got any plans or specific drawings that you want your workers to have access to for that job, you can add them in here. Now, the checklist module is great for basically any type of form or checklist that you need to complete. So if it is safety related, I'm going to choose a safety walk in here. You can set up the checklist how you like. It will basically take any of the paper-based forms that you have, it puts it into a nice mobile-friendly view like this that's easy to use on the mobile. And then once workers actually complete these checklists, you will see that they're done. So let's have a look at this weekly safety walk. You can see the report of them. And so if I go in here and see that this is the report, here's all the items that were marked as safe or at risk. This action item has been completed. And again, we can go and email this directly to the head contractor or anyone else who wants it. The good thing about checklists too is our checklist can be linked to a register. And this is fantastic for the management of plant and equipment. So if I have a look at this plant induction here, what we can see is I've actually done this plant induction on a register item, which is my cat excavator here. So if I go and click on it, I can see that I've got a cat excavator it's actually overdue on its maintenance date, but I can see the plant inductions that have been done. And if we have a look in our register, we can link any of these items to a project and say who's currently using it. So that might be another subby, or it might be one of your workers. And if I click into here, what we can also do, because we can link each piece of plant to a checklist, you could link it to a daily vehicle pre-start, for example. And this is fantastic because you can go and get a QR code, put it on the console of the piece of equipment or plant, and then your workers can actually go and scan this link here to do a daily vehicle pre-start. And they don't even have to be logged in to do that. So it just makes it super simple to get those checks and balances in place. As a subby, there's a range of other modules that you can use as well. We've got a section for ITPs. You can manage other subcontractors if you ever get other subbies on board to help you out with work. There's an image gallery that has all the images that are uploaded for the project. You can assign action items to anyone, so this can be used for anything, even maintenance requests that go back to the factory, or just internal action items that need to be raised and managed. You can do that in here. We've got a defect management module, the ability for all your workers to submit timesheets. You can run your own toolbox talks as well, and you can even communicate with workers by sending text messages out, depending on what project they're on. So good way to just get messages out to your workers. Anyway, you can see that there's a range of different things that you can do in BuildPass as a subcontractor, and we'd love to chat to you if you're interested.